Hi, welcome back to another installment of our videos. We hope that you've been encouraged by these, that these have been beneficial to you and to your family. As I've been going through, we've been talking about the I am statements of Jesus, referring to the metaphors that he used to explain himself and explain who he was, who he is. The last thing that we talked about was that he is the door, that no one comes to the Father except through him, that he mans the door. You cannot get in on your own. You need him to let you in. You need Jesus' work in your life. None of us can find our way into the pen on our own. If we climb the wall, he refers to us as a thief and as a robber. But today we want to look at how he took that statement a step further in saying not only is he the door, the gate through which you enter into salvation, but even more than that, he is the good shepherd. Now what does that mean? I want to read and then we'll talk about it. Starting off in John chapter 10, we're going to scroll all the way down to, if you're on your phone, scroll. If you're in a book looking at the Bible, just look down to start at verse 9. He just finished up talking about that all who come before him are thieves and robbers, but he says, I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and he will go in and out and find pasture. Verse 10, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Look at what he says in verse 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hired hand and not a shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf snatches them up and scatters them. He flees because he's a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. Verse 14, he says, I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Now, we just finished celebrating Easter not too long ago. By the time this video shows, we're just now through Easter. We're talking about Jesus and what he did on the cross. We've been talking about what that sacrifice on our behalf has meant. Now, we are his sheep. He has called us into salvation, and he has laid down, like a good shepherd, he has laid down his life so that the sheep might live. We could not do it on our own. We can't get into the sheep pen unless he allows us in. But even more than that, we're only sustained in this life and in this world and for eternity because of what Jesus has done for us. And so as we talk about these things, we recognize that Jesus is the good shepherd. It is through him, it is because of him, it is by him that we have the life-giving, the sustaining power that comes from his word, that comes from his promises. I want to point out one more thing, though. As he says that he is the good shepherd, that the hired hand runs away and allows the wolves to come in. So not only does the good shepherd protect his sheep from the wolves, that's one aspect of a shepherd that we do need to understand. Jesus does protect us from the greatest wolf that there is, and that is Satan. And we recognize that he will defend us, that he is the one that holds on to us, that he has placed us in the palm of his Father's hand and nothing can pluck us out. We recognize those aspects, but look down, I want to look at verse 16. He says, and I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me. Why? Because I lay down my life that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have the authority to lay it down, and I have the authority to pick it up again. This charge I've received from my Father. So he has a mission. He has these sheep that he needs to maintain, that he needs to look after. He is going to lay down his life for his sheep. We recognize that on the cross and what he did. He has the authority to lay it down. No one has the authority to take it from him. And then he has the authority. He has the charge from God, not just to lay his life down, but to pick it up as well. We recognize that in the cross. So I would encourage you, as you continue on throughout your day, having watched this video, think about what Jesus has done, not just on the cross, but how is he a good shepherd in your daily life? How has he been a good shepherd to you in leading you to lie beside still waters, to giving you a table among your enemies, to giving you all of these things that we recognize in Psalm 23? How has he enabled you to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and not have any fear? It's because he's a good shepherd. Have a great day.